Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Gridiron Gals podcast. I'm Rita, the NFL chick.
And hey, everybody, it's Chelsea, aka Chelsea's Right.
And as you can see, we are fitting the mold of Halloween weekend because that's when the podcast will be coming out. If you are watching on YouTube, you can see it. Obviously, if you're listening, you can't, but it's spooky times around here. Just to give you
Yeah.
explain the visual that you are seeing if you are not able to see. So we are, a little bit over the halfway mark of the NFL season, Chels. So, we're slowly starting to get towards the finish line. But we had a topic one time that we did before and people really liked this. So we figured let's do it in a holiday, Halloween style. Shout out to Chels for the great idea. So we're going to remix this a little bit and do this spooky style around here. Spooky good, spooky bad. Really does. It could be either one, right? So
All spooky.
it's all spooky at the end of the day.
It's all spooky.
First up, Chels, we need to know who is most likely to haunt their former team.
Elvira. You remember Elvira?
You can't see the boobs. I got Elvira boobs. I got Elvira hair.
That wig was ridiculous.
I should have put my wig on, Frank.
You should have put that wig on. If it hadn't already happened, I probably would say Micah Parsons Cowboys, even though that game was uneventful for the most part. And even though he did get a sack, it was like really he just grabbed Dak's ankle because Dak is actually pretty hard to sack. But if I would have to say, and I don't know if they play, but if the Colts
thought about that,
baby.
Let me look for the schedule while you talk. I thought about that.
I'm done. I'm done on that one. That's the only one I can think of. And if this was last year, of course, it would have been Saquon Barkley. I mean, if I was a Giants fan, I would have thrown up every time he got a touchdown. So I don't know if it happens. It eventually will happen, probably, but.
And I don't think it's a problem if we think about guys that maybe like have already played these games. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes but I got a good one because this guy is actually in the division. They did play already, but they play again. And I'm gonna go with Stephon Diggs for the New England Patriots. As you know, he was we know he was a Viking, but I think he was most popular with Josh Allen, in my opinion, with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
He does now have to play them twice a year. The first one, he torched them, lit them like a Christmas tree. So I would not be surprised. And the Patriots are playing good football. Like they're doing really good things. I think they're currently first in the division right now in the AFC East. So they do play again. Remember, the Patriots beat them the first time.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs might be back on scary times, friend, to try to get that sweep out the way. So the Bills really got they got to think about that first one. I think he had like over 130 yards. So
I can't remember. I forgot how many teams he's actually been on.
Because he was Minnesota, then he went to Buffalo, then he went to Houston. But Houston doesn't really count because he blew his knee out last year for the Texans, and we really didn't see much of him with the Texans. So I say two in a possible.
Yeah.
Listen, in football years, two in a possible. He's been on two in a possible teams, okay, because the Texans don't count. But yeah, Bills, Vikings, those are that we are used to Stephon being a part of. And so now he's a New England Patriot and he's, helping them. They playing really good football right now, man. Mike Vrabel got them guys going and he got to play the Bills again, this time in New England because they was in Buffalo the first time. So I'm going to re-haunt them. For the spooky times.
So he coming back again. Okay.
He got to come back again. All right. As a team, scariest defense alive. Who do you got?
So There you go. I had to give you, I had to do a little pause so you could get your Elvira on, right? So I would say if we mean like, and I'm not going to look at teams that are ranked. I'm going to look at how scary a defense balance is. And I'm going to say the Lions, even though they aren't in the like top five. If you look at the top five ranked defenses and look at their offensive, might not be in, but I think that the Lions got that Super Bowl looking team. And that defense, yeah, that's in my nightmares. That would be in my nightmares. If I was in their division or if I were to have to play them or whatever, even if you're talking about the postseason, if they still remained a well-balanced team, that's pretty scary to me.
Yeah, they are. They definitely they stand up for the occasion. Now they didn't do that last year in the playoffs, but they got a little. They didn't have Aiden Hutchinson last year, so and then now they got some moving parts now in the back end that have played well. I think nobody scares me. I don't think, and from a defensive perspective, I just feel like everybody is susceptible. But if I had to choose, probably still would be Green Bay. I still think Green Bay.
Yeah,
I think Green Bay complements Jordan Love and that offense very well. They're another well-balanced team. Both of them in the same division, obviously, is crazy. But I think that they are yin and yang. They really go well with each other. And I say that because when you watch that game against the Steelers on Monday night, or was a Sunday night, but they like it was like as the Packers offense was getting going, like then that defense rise to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? At first they was kind of letting the Steelers move the ball. Then once, the Packers offense started going, they was like, oh, okay, well, guess it's go time for us too. You know what I mean? And they was shutting them down. So that's another team. And they played each other week 1, so they have another opportunity to play each other sometime, within the next few weeks. I'm excited to see that matchup and see what defense holds up.
Which one holds up? Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so now we have the Michael Myers Award. I don't know why I keep doing that, but
and the funny thing is, you would never even watch nothing with Michael Myers.
You damn right. I mean, I've seen Michael Myers movies, of course. I have. As a grown adult, nah, I don't want. I only watch Michael Myers doing the little dances on TikTok, Frank.
Baby, that ain't.
That entertains me. I'm entertained by Mike Myers dancing and doing and playing, dunking on people with basketball. I'm not entertained by Mike Myers.
Not the real one. You don't want to be, no. You don't want the little music walking behind you, walking around the neighborhood.
People are always the first to go, so I'm not. Yes. Okay, I don't want to see it. I'm just letting you know.
So, my Michael Myers Award, a player that I would not want to see coming.
The Michael Myers Award is
Myles Garrett.
Not seen coming.
Myles Garrett.
I mean, he won the Defensive Player of the Year, Frank.
Huh?
He won Defensive Player of the Year. How you ain't see that?
I said who I don't want to see coming.
It's okay. Who you do not want to see coming. So that's on me.
Yeah. No, I don't.
You ain't never lied about that.
Hey, listen. If he get ready, he get ready to sack me, I'll just reach out and shake his hand. Hey, no problem, big dog. I don't want no problems.
He had 5 sacks in the game against New England. 5. Hey, and then the way he was, did you see how he was having the hissy fit on the sideline? Can you imagine being on his bad side, friend?
No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to have any of those types of problems. I don't want to be on his bad side. He is the reason why the Browns defense is still ranked like number 3, something like that. No, thank you. To me, he is walking around Haddonfield peeking in between people's windows, going to people's house and killing them. That's how I see him. So that's my Michael Myers.
That is her Michael Myers. I'm gonna go to the other side here. It's gonna be a name that we used to saying, but I don't think people have really said it as much this year as they probably should. I'm gonna go with Patrick Mahomes, aka Shamar, because he got that Shamar haircut. Listen, I thought that they was gonna be dead in the waterfront at 1-3. I think that they was 1-3 at one point, and I was like, the Chiefs is done. And here comes Patrick Shamar Mahomes. Back doing Patrick Shamar Mahomes shit, back playing really good football. I thought that we was getting rid of the Chiefs. We're not getting rid of the Chiefs, friend. I'm tired. I'm scared because we trying to get him out the way. Okay, we want somebody else in the AFC to do it. And he said, "Oh, y'all keep talking about Lamar and y'all keep talking about Josh Allen. Oh, okay. Guess what? I'm still here. So I'm not thrilled by that.
Yeah, I that's a good choice.
I don't like it. All right,
Oh boy.
the zombie comeback player, the player that we thought was dead, but somehow has found a way to come back to life.
So we kind of mentioned him earlier about haunting the former team, but that damn Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes. We got
Danny
Dimes
Dimes.
again. It's time to go back to Danny Dimes.
We're going back. Yeah, he got to go back to Danny Dimes. I always thought Daniel Jones was very athletic. And I thought he had the good, like the tangibles, right? But something wasn't clicking. I thought the boy might have had a thinking problem, something like that. Well, clearly it was the New York Giants because he is over there sitting pretty at 7-1. And you listen, even in the first couple of games, I was like, it's a fluke. It's a fluke. It's not a fluke.
You got Jonathan Taylor. You can make anything happen for real. Jonathan Taylor is playing.
Yeah.
So once.
Well, yeah. Well, hey, but you know, hey, he still got to throw it. And so I feel like he has come back to life. You know, he got thrown out with the dishwater, just like Saquon did, and wow, what a turn of events. So that's my nominee.
I'm gonna go with Joe Flacco because I think that we thought that he was done, like in Cleveland, like it was just not work. It didn't look the same. Then he goes to Cincinnati and he just was beating people's ass. Now Cincinnati don't have no defense, so that's why the Jets came back and won that game. But they put up 38 points. Joe Flacco helped them. Look, and we can see him say Jamar Chase and T. Higgins can bring anybody back to life. Well, Jake Browning got benched because he wasn't doing well. He was sucking ass. Okay. So no, that's not true. Apparently they can't bring anybody to life, right? But they brought Joe Flacco back to life. He is dealing with an injury, and I think that he's week to week or day to day or something. But man, like we can't put the Bengals out yet because they're winning football games with Flacco. You know what I'm saying? That defense just is doo-doo, but that ain't his fault. He ain't got nothing to do with that. He been balling. So,
hey, he said, I did my part. I'm on the sideline with all that other stuff going on.
He over there with his hands up like this. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. I don't play defense too. So there's that. All right, the Haunted Locker Room Award. The team that cannot shake bad luck or injuries. I gotta assume we're thinking about the same team, but let's go there.
It's two teams. Okay. Well, I know we probably both are thinking about the 49ers.
Well, yes.
And I was thinking about the 49ers, and I was going to say your Ravens. But the 49ers, and I think if we look at quality versus quantity here, that's why I'm going with the 49ers. Now, when I was thinking about it, I was like, when I think of injuries, I'm like, one more, I feel like they're losing one more, but also their record really doesn't reflect it.
It doesn't.
So I don't think people really think about how many folks they're down, and I'm talking about for the season. So that's my pick. The Haunted Locker Room, the 49ers.
I'll go with the New York Giants. I say that because I feel like every time they get into a groove, something happens, right? They get into a groove, they lose Malik Neighbors. They get into a groove, they lose Cam Scatterbull for the year. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like, every time they feel like they're starting to get comfortable, boom, there's a big blow to them. So
that's true.
They're not nearly as talented as the 49ers, who, like you said, have held it down in injury. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go with the New York Giants and how they just, lost their starting wide receiver and basically their running back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's bad. All
Nasty
right.
work.
Uh, most likely to turn into a pumpkin at midnight. Who is that, friend? Who are we looking to
So
turn
I
into?
actually had a hard time with this one,
Me too.
but I will tell you who it typically is.
Okay.
It is typically the Chargers.
This is true.
It is typically the Chargers. But the thing is, they turned into a pumpkin before midnight this time.
I mean, their last game, they dominated. They played good.
Okay.
They
But,
won.
those are
Like,
the
I don't
teams,
care.
yeah, like it usually is. But yeah, I had a hard time with this one. What were you thinking? Or what was you?
Yeah, I'm with you. It was hard. I think I went with the Falcons because I really thought that the
That was
Falcons,
my pick. That
yeah,
was my second pick.
Falcons could
Yep.
at least come out a wild card out of this. I think that we all like the Bucks in terms of like winning the division, but like then it's like, okay, the Falcons have talent. They got a lot of talent, and then somehow, some way, they shit the pot like out of the blue. Now, last week Kirk Cousins played, which I still don't understand because he was literally just a starter just last year. But so maybe he was protesting, friend. It was like, I'm gonna show y'all I ain't helping y'all win no games, and just so you can put old boy back in. But they scored 3 points. Then against the Panthers earlier this year, they got blanked out. They dropped a turd in the toilet. I just don't even really understand them. They keep having Cinderella games. Then they turn around and turn into a pumpkin. They've had 2 midnight pumpkins already.
Yep.
I don't know what to think about these guys. Like,
Yeah.
too talented for this bullshit. That's the part that I think irritates me the most, is that when you look at them on paper, it's like, why? I don't get it. How does this keep happening to you? So that needs to tell me that there's 2 more, which means 4 more total, 4 total stinkers like these coming up. It's 2 more coming.
Yeah, I really was going in between the Chargers and the Falcons for that one.
Crazy.
Because it really doesn't make it any sense. Like they're way too unpredictable. And like, Kirk Cousins wasn't, he was definitely acting like he ain't never been there before. But also, why y'all give up so many points to the Dolphins?
I
Now,
just don't
they got
understand.
big thinking problems on there.
One eye Tua. It was one eye. He only had one eye. Like One Eye Willie out there. It was one eye Tua. Okay. The man had one eye and threw for 4 touchdowns. I thought that the man was going to throw for 4 interceptions. The man threw for 4 touchdowns. Help me understand.
Y'all brought Tua back to life. Or briefly. Like, so yeah.
For 4 days, you brought Tua.
For 4 days.
Because we have obviously recorded this after the Ravens game against the Miami Dolphins. So for 4 days, you brought Tua back, and then now we having bad conversations about Tua again. Sucks to be him, but I just don't understand the Falcons, dog. Like, they are the biggest enigma. I wish we had a convo like, who's your biggest like enigma? Because it's definitely the Falcons. Like, I don't get them at all. They just find ways to just doo-doo. I don't get it. Against teams that they shouldn't be doing.
And it was at home too. At home. You did that in front of Outcasts? Oh Lord.
Or whoever the
whole Dungeon family. It was the whole Dungeon family. You did that in front of the Dungeon family.
They be having performers at halftime. Whoever was the performer, like, you did that in front of your homegrown local stars.
So the whole One Music Fest was down there. Right. So everybody was out. Everybody was out. Everybody was out because I was still down there then. Everybody was out. Y'all embarrassed them people. I actually was at my friend's church. They had a tailgate after church, and they had like cookout food, so it was not at the game, it was at the church, and it was like a tailgate, like little party, and everybody was all Falcons decorations, and in between plays and timeouts, commercial timeouts, they would have like giveaways. They had wonderful food and everything. Child, after a while, the people turned their TV off.
And just said, whoa.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, what y'all want to do? I mean, it was all the decorations. Like, and look, then it was 2 Dolphins fans in there. I said, now I know you know. So yeah, I was like, hey, y'all go, hey, they turned that click. I said, well, what we gonna do now? What? So yeah, that's how it is. They very embarrassing.
Well, they should be used
Um,
to it by now, quite frankly. I
well,
mean,
yeah, actually, that's very true.
we seen what was it, 24-3, 28-3,
Well,
28-3. I mean, like they know what it's like. This is what they
yeah,
used to by now. So sorry for them, but I mean, continue to keep pumping them up. But y'all need to pray a little bit harder. I think that y'all should have prayed in between commercials instead
goodbye.
of giving away prizes because they needed it. They needed all the prayers that they could get because they only scored 3 points against the Miami Dolphins. I don't understand.
Terrible.
All right, so we are at the week 9 point of the NFL season. So let's get started. Ravens and Dolphins already played Thursday night football. So Sunday, we start with Bears and the Bengals. Joe Flacco, again, is dealing with an AC joint sprain in the throwing shoulder. So that's not good. I don't know if he's not playing or not, but even if he is playing, that can't be a good sign.
Bears and you said Bears and the Bengals. Okay. Bears and the Bengals. I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah, I can't trust nobody that if he is playing, I don't trust it's his throwing shoulder. If Jake Browning is playing, he didn't play well the last time we saw him. So I'm rolling with the Bears too. All right, Vikings and Lions, and this is coming off of Aiden Hutchinson's huge contract extension that he just got a couple of days ago. So he's riding high.
Yeah, and I think that he's gonna continue.
First game, by the way, he's coming back.
Okay, lovely. Sounds good. I'm going with the Lions.
Well, I mean, well, since you put it that way, I'm going with the Lions as well because why would I go with the Vikings? So there's that. Panthers at Packers.
I'm going with the Packers. Yeah. Oof. God. Good luck to all involved.
Oh, Panthers and Packers. Yeah, I can't. Look, I think is Bryce Young even playing this week? I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, it doesn't matter. So we are both going with the Packers. All right. Chargers at Titans. Should we move along?
Let's move along.
Okay,
you know what channel that might need to be on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got another one, but that is
you got another one. Okay.
Quasi Tubi Game of the Week. So yeah, because we're not watching that. All right, friends. Another one. Falcons that we were just talking about at the New England Patriots.
Now watch the Falcons actually try to show up and do something there. Now I'm going with the Patriots.
That's the crazy part. It's like
I would not even put that past them. I'm still going to choose the Patriots at home anyway, but I would leave that game alone if you betting.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm picking the Patriots at home, but the Patriots are 5.5-point favorites, which I guess that's about right. I probably would have thought 4.5, but yeah, I mean, I guess you ain't wrong if it's 5.5. So there's that. I'm also going with the Patriots here, but like you said, girl, the Falcons going to turn around and do something, and we're going to be like, wow, like where was this the whole time? I don't even understand.
The Falcons, if we could have added, it didn't fit the theme, but if we could say the team most likely to ruin your parlay
is the Falcons. I completely agree with you. All right. Colts versus the Steelers. Does the glass slipper fall off?
Ooh, that's gonna be a game. Woo. Are they playing
in Pittsburgh?
In Pittsburgh? I don't know. Pittsburgh might steal one.
Yeah, I want to say that, but like Jonathan Taylor,
they can't got nothing for him.
Well, and the Pittsburgh run defense has not been good this year. They have not.
Oh, well then in that, yeah.
So I think I'm going with the Colts here, friend.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I'm gonna antagonize a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Steelers in a squeaker.
All right, cool. Even though I wasn't even picking the Steelers in the sense of like bias, because I really do think that Jonathan Taylor is going to pose a problem for them. But I also obviously want them to lose the Steelers because
absolutely, yeah. We know that.
One game out of first place. All right, Broncos at Texans. There's no Pat Surtain, I think, will be out.
Well, why he couldn't have been out last week?
Well, he got hurt in that game, friend.
Well, then he should have got. It should have been in the beginning of the game.
It was. Then he came back. Then he left out again.
Well, then he came back, didn't he? Look, but bad as never mind. Anyway, the Texans really amazed me. I'm gonna go with the Texans. I'm gonna go with the Texans at home, but they another one that kind of like amazed me a little bit. Especially because their defense is really good, but I don't know what my little baby CJ Stroud be doing all the time.
He don't either, friend. That's
no.
He don't either. I think I'm gonna go with the Broncos here. Although, listen, the line is 1.5 Houston, and I think that's completely fair because I'm really like with Pat Surtain going out. I think he's their best defender. That's not without question, right? So they be picking on that white boy. A whole lot. That white boy cornerback, that fake Jason Sehorn. Riley Moss, that's his name. They be picking on him a lot. And so, look, he's decent, but he's much better when he has Pat Surtain on the other side, who he doesn't have now. And so I'm just curious to see how that's going to play out and how Houston can potentially expose that. But I still think offensively, Denver, if they can make sure that they don't forget to run the football, they can squeak out a win from the Texans. All right. Jaguars and Raiders. That probably should have been another Tubi game of the week. Because if the Jaguars are 4-3, but they don't feel like it, like
they're not fun to watch.
They just not. It's just boring. I don't know. They bore me.
They're boring.
And now I think Travis Hunter is on injury reserve now. So like, all right, well, if you did have some rooting interest for a team that you didn't technically root for, probably was him, and now he's not playing. So do the Raiders get a third win?
I'll just say yes, just because I really don't care, and I'm not gonna watch that game.
I am too, friend. I'm actually gonna go with the Raiders here. Just for the shits and giggles of it all, not for any I'm not about to break down nothing for you, okay? I'm not. They got Brock Bowers. I'm just gonna say the Raiders find a way to use somebody over there, and they're gonna squeak out a win. So there's that. Saints at Rams. Saints made a move, so I think Tyler Show is now the quarterback for the Saints. But then the Rams are coming back from a bye.
Yeah, I'm picking the Rams.
Yeah, I'm like, why would we?
Yeah, makes no sense.
All right, Sunday night game. There are 2 Monday night games, but there is obviously a Sunday night game. Big one, Chiefs at Bills. So both 5 wins. What do we see happening here?
Chiefs at Bills. Boy, do they have enough security up there?
For who? Patrick Shamar?
Yeah. I am going to step out on faith and go with the Bills. Just because that's what I would like to see happen.
Yeah, Rashee Rice is back front. I got to go with the Chiefs here. I just do.
I know.
I got to go with the Chiefs. I'm rolling with the Chiefs here. 2 Monday night games. The first is Seahawks and Commanders. I do not know if Jalen Daniels will be back. He is dealing with a hamstring injury, but if I had to guess, he will not, because the first game that he missed was last week's game. So I just don't see how he comes back from that.
They also don't have Terry McLaurin.
Oh, he's out again.
Yeah, he re-injured his quad in the game against the Chiefs, and that's the part where I'm just like, why would y'all even bring him back that early?
So it's to my understanding that Jaden, I always say Jaden Daniels will be back, but he does not have Terry McLaurin. So
yeah,
he got Debo.
You got Debo. I mean, you got Debo, and you have some other players.
Ertz. You still got Ertz.
Yeah. And you can still got one of the McCaffreys out there. So, but they do have some injuries on defense, but and they're playing in Seattle, right?
Yeah. No, they're playing in Washington, actually.
In Washington, yeah. They probably will get the win there. I hope they don't though, but they probably will.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the Commanders as well. Here, Jaden just runs that offense really well. Not that Marcus Mariota didn't do decent I think for a good while he played well, and then it just kind of fell apart at the seams at some point. So I think Jaden, obviously is the commander, no pun intended, for that team. So I'm rolling with them. And then also Cardinals at Cowboys. We know
Ooh, child.
against the Cowboys. So we know where that's going. I just don't think Cardinals just I don't even understand. Like I remember a couple years ago, y'all was trying to say Kyler Murray was going to end up being better than Lamar Jackson. I don't know who Kyler Murray.
I wish I could have slapped whoever said that. Now
Ryan Clark said it.
Well, he's not doing well these last couple of weeks in the court of public opinion anyway. So yeah, that I don't know. The man is lickle. I mean, he's just a lickle man running around there.
Man, and also we're dealing with a foot injury, by the way. Like, so he is playing, but he ain't 100%.
Now, the thing about it is you're playing against the 31st ranked defense.
So they're gonna put some points up, is what you think.
So they're gonna put some points up. So like the thing is that our offense is gonna have to just, do double time. And I really feel going on a rant about to waste one of the best offenses we've had in years. But
I was about to say, but that offense be offensive, friend.
It'd be offensive.
Remind me of the rate. I feel like we have the same team. Really good offenses, horrible defense.
Maybe we should put our defenses together.
They still gonna be good. What the hell?
A coalition. Build a coalition.
We both need pass rushes. I don't know what to tell you.
Damn. Maybe we're gonna have to petition to put 2 extra people on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We petition for 13 players on defense.
Yeah, because something gonna have to give. Okay.
I know.
I'm not picking the Cardinals here. I'm sorry. I mean, like, yes, they're probably gonna move the ball against the Cowboys, but Cowboys is like, I don't recall anything stand outish about the Cardinals defense, and the Cardinals and the Cowboys offense is just too good. Like they're not going to play Denver every week, the Cowboys, so that's just kind of how that's going to go. I'm not picking them. And then the Tubi game of the week is the Battle of the Hurts, which is the 49ers versus the Giants. Chell said that the 49ers was the one, the hurt team. I said that it was the Giants that just keeps getting all the injuries.
Damn, the battle of the haunted locker rooms.
The battle of the haunted locker rooms. So,
boy,
who beats the curse on Sunday?
I think it's the 49ers. I think they did. My thing is, I don't think either of those teams, y'all know y'all want to win. But you also want to come away unscathed. Y'all ain't got no more room for no mishaps here. So keep everybody upright, put bubble wrap around your team members. Like, I'm going with the 49ers here though.
Yeah, I'm going with the 49ers as well. Like, it would have been fun to see if they had like Scatterboo to see how to, because I just feel like, this little slow stocky ass be moving front.
It doesn't say sometimes when the player is thicker, bigger, they don't look like they moving as fast.
They don't look like he don't never look like he going fast, but he doing something because he was doing something.
I used to say that about Jason Witten. I used to be like, he's moving fast, but he's not moving fast. It's like
it don't look fast to me.
All you see is this. I said, me and him look like we run the same speed.
Don't look fast to me. So yeah, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, the Scatterboo vibes is gone. So I wouldn't even like if you. I don't care the team. Child, the Niners gonna win. Go ahead and find something else to do with your day. Okay. All right, moving along. College football. It is trick or treat time with the college football, and baby, there's a lot of treats out here. Let's start with the first one. I already gave it away with my trick. If it's a trick or a treat, it's a treat to me, shorty. Brian Kelly is no longer employed by Louisiana State University, aka LSU, and so it's my treat, and I'll tell you why later. But is it a trick or a treat for you?
So it is a treat for me because anything that is bad that is happening to LSU is positive for me, as we are both SEC fans. It is a trick for the person who is considering taking his visor off and applying for that job.
Who we talking about?
You know who I'm talking about. Lane Kiffin. You better leave it alone. And let me tell you why it's a trick. Even though it may look like an attempt, because anytime a job opens up, everybody looks at Lane Kiffin. That's the only reason why I said that. But it is a trick only because for some reason the governor of Louisiana has involved himself in this process. And I don't know if how involved he was in actual Brian Kelly's firing, but now he has involved himself in the search and all of that, as if he doesn't have a state to govern, a state that's about to lose their SNAP benefits for millions of people. But he decides that what is the priority is that he assist and or be the de facto leader of the new LSU head coaching vacancy. And to me, once you have somebody like him, Landry's a piece of shit. If you have somebody like him jumping in there, being in the front of everything, I would never fill out that job application. Absolutely.
Well, that's why it's a treat to me, and I'll tell you why.
That's because you're an agent of chaos.
I am an agent of chaos. It's a treat to me because, like you said, Jeff Landry, the governor of Louisiana, has invoked his opinion, his way into this conversation. Now, let me tell you how he's able to do that. So,
yes,
Louisiana State University, state being the working word here, is a state university. Well, as of right now, they only have an interim president, I believe, but not a president that has been sworn in, which means the governor can invoke himself into helping with the university's functions. Now, typically, I'm sure most people don't do that, right? I'm sure
they mind their business.
It's minding their business. Not Landry, baby. And yes, he was at the meeting before Brian Kelly got fired.
Okay.
That he has come out and said, I'm not letting the GM Woodward, I think his name is, bring in another guy. That guy is the same AD that brought in Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M. We know how that worked out. He got fired, and now he brought in Brian Kelly, and we know how that worked out. So I think that they are parting ways as well. Now, this is why it's a treat to me because, also, let me not forget this. Landry said, I'm going to ask Donald Trump, President Trump, to put in his opinion on who's going to who should be it. Now, it's a treat to me because my team, the Florida Gators, also have a vacancy. And so this is an entire shit show.
Steer that candidate right to Florida.
Thank you. Okay, no, you see the chaos over here? We don't have that over here. Come on over to Florida. Ain't no
come on down here.
No state income taxes. The weather is nice. Come on over here. You ain't got to deal with the president. The governor of your state being involved with what we got going on over here. We got a president over here. We're not a state university. We a public university because the people over there at the in the Panhandle, that's the ghetto. Okay, we're not the ghetto over here. And that was me talking about Florida State University, to be clear. So they're going to be needing a new head coach too. So come on over here. See how that's a hot ass mess over there. Don't do that. Come on.
Yeah, because and when people stop filling out them applications for to be the head coach, right? You know what? Landry is going to soon come to the understanding of who is really in charge. And it's not you. It's not you. Them boosters gonna get in that group chat and be like, hear ye.
Tell him mind his damn business.
Go somewhere and sit down.
Go govern and stop worrying about what the fuck we got going on over here. But until that happens, okay.
Steer him down to Florida.
Come on over to death row, okay? While you all up in the videos, dancing and singing. We ain't got that over here. Come on over to death row.
Take that.
Okay. So that's how I see it. It's a treat to me. All right, trick or treat. The Curse of College Gameday. So the team that crumbles right after being featured, the featured spotlight on College Game Day. Is it a treat that you were highlighted? Is it a trick? Is it like the Madden curse?
It is. So my trick or treat, it is the trick. Penn State. I'm so sorry, friends. Y'all, everything went downhill, and you ain't got no coach no more. Now you coach on college game day, but not because of the team, because he free. He a free agent.
It's a rumor going around that he is Virginia Tech, and I'm
Oh
like,
no.
what? I've seen it. I've seen people talk about James Franklin potentially going to Virginia Tech. Hey, are you just scared of like being at like a huge program again? Have you been scarred, friend? Because Virginia Tech, see, it sounds too easy for me. That sounds way too easy for me. Going to Virginia Tech sounds like
it would have to be some sort of reason. And sometimes they factor location in, they factor, different things.
Yeah, that's
I put it this way: if it wasn't other better jobs out there, there are better openings.
Yes, but is he just not for doing that right now?
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. I don't know, but anyway, look, it's a treat to be featured, to be up on there, to have your conversations, and I think another one that, if I'm not mistaken, was a curse was Dan Lanning in Oregon. I feel like when they were there, they lost that game. Oregon did. When he took his shirt off on the college game day.
Oh yeah.
And was standing up on the chair. Look at you. You was out there showing your bare ass chest, and you ain't even win that football game. Now you're doing all of too much. You're doing all of too much.
Did too much.
So yeah, I think it's a trick. If you ask me to be featured, hey, just how now they do it where the coaches can talk on the field when they prepare. Just talk to me on the field with the earpiece. I'm not coming on this. Fuck y'all. Okay?
No.
And I'm gonna tell you why I'm not coming. Pat, is you. You the problem. You bad luck. I'm not coming next year. You the jinx.
He's the jinx.
Not doing it. All right. So let's talk about who is most likely to get tricked or who will be treated. All right. So ranked team that gets upset by an underdog. Do you have someone?
So we have actually, especially with college football, the landscape of college football is so different now. Back, a couple of years ago, we would have been clutching pearls and falling to our knees seeing a ranked team get, beat, and stuff like that. But by an unranked team, especially a highly ranked team. But now you're going to see it more often. But my choice is the game that was the best for me, and that was Miami losing to Louisville. So that was my one. I also did not want to pick another team because I felt like you might pick that one because you've been on that team's neck.
Who neck I've been on, friend?
I thought you were going to say Florida State.
Oh, I'm always on that neck.
But on their neck. So, but yeah, I think that Miami and Louisville game.
Okay. That Miami and let me see. So I'm trying to think, like, for me, I'm thinking about like rivals, right? And what I think and what, like, because last weekend of the season is rivals, and it'll be such and such. So what do we think about Georgia Tech potentially upsetting Georgia? They are undefeated as well right now. And they are a top 10 opponent, Frank, Georgia Tech. As of right now, they are a top 10 opponent.
A Georgia fan will have to shoot me. You will have to actually shoot me in my face to shut me up if Georgia Tech beat Georgia. I'm trying to understand. I want y'all to, it would tear the state in half. It would, wow. I mean, it's possible. Georgia is not as scary as they used to be.
Oh, no.
It's possible.
And Stockton has gotten better, obviously. The only other thing that maybe comes as a, that I would think would potentially be an underdog situation going into that game would be Texas and Texas A&M. Texas would most certainly be an underdog, and they would play Texas A&M, who is also right now undefeated. Do we think that Texas has enough to potentially? No? Okay. Well, I'm going with Georgia Tech and Georgia. You want to know why? Because give me the triple option.
Give me the drama. Give me the drama. Yeah.
It's no drama if Texas beats Texas A&M, friend.
Not as much as Georgia Tech.
Okay. No, you're right about that.
Woo.
Now that is true. That does not have the same amount of fanfare if one, because they've been waiting to anoint Arch anyway. So that would just definitely be the case. But you're right about that. So I'm gonna stick with Georgia Tech. I believe in you, Georgia Tech. This is me saying I believe do the Lord's work around here. Make sure that you get, because Georgia already, they got a loss. We know that Alabama beat them because Alabama's their daddy. But it would be so great if you could just find another way to knock them off. And
a Georgia fan gonna have to shoot me. You're gonna have to shoot me to shut me up. I'm never gonna stop talking.
So I think that is I would like to see it. And I believe in you, friends. I believe. All right. Most likely to turn a rivalry game into a horror movie.
So I'm going to talk about one that has already happened, and that was the Red River Shootout. And it didn't. And I feel like that is the going to be like the biggest rivalry one. But and the reason why I say turned into a horror movie is because Texas and Oklahoma are close enough together to where there could be equal fan bases. Mm-hmm. And I know them stands is all the way live, and it probably they have to have increased police presence and all kinds of stuff. And I feel like that whole environment, the how much pressure is put on the winner, the fans, everything, that's scary hours for me. So that would be and we saw, hey.
Now, what's the one that you said you had one that already happened? You have one that hasn't happened yet that could turn into a horror movie?
We just talked about it.
No, that's the one that happened, right? I thought you had
No. I said we just talked about it. The Georgia and Georgia Tech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a crime scene right there.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a crime scene right there. Yeah. If Georgia would, that's a crime scene.
Yeah, you ain't wrong about that. So I'll definitely look. Something might burn, okay, down in Atlanta, because it's a lot of Georgia people down there, but then it's a lot of Georgia Tech people. Hey, it might. I don't know. Somebody.
Athens ain't that far. Athens and Atlanta ain't that far apart. That's gonna be.
Put out a ceasefire. Okay.
And no home field advantage. Oh no. Oh no.
So that would be interesting in that regard. All right, Hey, this game on Saturday between Florida and Georgia is very interesting to me. I mean, because now you don't have Billy Napier, which everybody's complaint was about him calling plays. Well, now you got somebody else doing it because motherfucker is gone. Mm-hmm. So we know that Florida has talent. They have a really good defense. They got offensive weapons. But we've all just kind of said, oh, ho-hum, they're not playing good football. And they haven't, they haven't played the best football, particularly by DJ Lagway this year. And so we were kind of writing them off. Now, what if tomorrow they find some type of way to upset the Bulldogs?
My famous line, do it.
I mean,
do it, Florida.
Have nothing to play for, right? Except for of course, their ego and their pride. I mean, but from a, on gaining something, they're not playing good. They don't have a great record, but also too, they got a new head coach, and you don't know how that's gonna translate into this, because this is gonna be the first game since Napier got fired that they're playing, right? So we have no idea how this is gonna go. But what if it goes well?
Do it.
Has anybody thought about that? What if it goes?
No, they're gonna be thinking when they hear this. Do it. Do it, Florida. You ain't got nothing. What else you got to lose?
Nothing. I mean, you already lost your head coach, and apparently a lot a lot of the kids was, wishing Napier Wells, which means they really liked him, and they didn't like to see him go. So you ain't got nothing else to lose. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, what did they say? Hurt people, hurt people. Go on out
Hurt
there.
people, hurt people.
Okay, go on out there.
Hurt some feelings.
Okay, go on out there with feelings. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen, but I welcome the chaos. I would like to see this rivalry game turn into a horror movie for those in Athens. I go, we really gonna be in the Twilight Zone.
If baby.
And win this football game of all games. So there's that. All right, so that is it. We have our trick or treat for the college football season. Oh, one more trick or treat. I'm throwing this in. This is bonus.
Okay.
Trick or treat in terms of Deion Sanders, aka Coach last potential departure from the Bucs.
Ain't no way in the world that man is so I don't know. Hey, it's a trick for some, a treat for some. I don't know. Ain't no way in the world that man the head coach next year.
I don't see it.
No.
Not even just for and I told y'all this. We talked about this. My biggest thing about Prime when it came out was, he said he didn't recruit. He didn't go out into hey, you can't look at what Bill Belichick is doing in UNC because he didn't have time to recruit. That's why they look the way they do. Because I think 80% of his team is from the transfer portal. And the same, we know that he got a couple of players, Coach Prime, that he recruited, but the rest of them are transfer portal players. You can have all the former NFL players, all the former NFL coaches on your roster if you want. You don't have the talent, bro, and you have to go out. And if your health is the issue, one, you need to get out of Colorado, because that thin air probably ain't helping you with your blood clots. But also, too, if you're not able to travel and get around, no, I'm not even being funny. I'm being for real. I can remember Ryan Clark not being able to go.
He has sickle cell.
Yeah, because he has sickle cell. You know what I'm saying? So if it's affecting if that thin air is affecting your health, you need to get out of there. That's the most important thing. But also too, right? If you're not able to recruit because of your health, that's not the job for you. You the more the years go by, the more we are removed from children knowing who Deion Sanders, the football player, was. They're probably more prone to know who Coach Prime, the commentator, was than knowing who he was as a football player. So they don't care about that pedigree shit. They don't care about that shit.
Yeah. So I think I agree with all of your points. I think when we talk about what I know about the thin air and the air quality is that there is an adjustment period for your body because people live there, right? And so that likely is it. Let me tell you why he didn't go out to recruit. Because he doesn't feel like he has to.
I agree that
he feels like it's a pleasure for you to meet me.
That's what I think.
I don't think it is. I think he is it is a pleasure for you to meet me. Nick Saban got out there and recruited. We saw that he was doing the electric slide at people's house and stuff. And so, the hubris is what's going to do Prime in. And making comments that you can't stand behind, I came here and I brought Louis Vuitton luggage with me. Where's the luggage? The luggage is gone. So I think he's gone. I prepare for all of the
excuses.
Prime was trying to buy NBC or some shit. Everybody gonna be, but hey, guess what? At least if you listen to this podcast, you were warned.
We definitely tried to tell you.
Told y'all you was gonna get your heart broken when you're walking around talking about some HBC that buffs is a HBCU. You get ready to break your heart.
They sure did. So
man, y'all listen. People not even watching. They're not watching Colorado play.
Yeah, I ain't seen a Colorado tweet or post, and I don't know how long. Y'all was full of shit. So there's that. Well, at least you brought the Migos out one time. I guess that was. That was great. So
okay.
Yeah. All right. Moving along. All right. Who are you putting into the volcano this week?
Child, my issue with the volcano is that I really could put 10 people in per week. So I want to put a collective in. But what I really want to do, there was a the leader is Representative Clay Higgins from Louisiana, who put out a tweet basically talking about people receiving SNAP benefits and saying that the average person receives $4,200 in SNAP benefits. And that's, however, over a year. Do you know how much you could stockpile your pantries and your refrigerators and freezers with $4,200 a year? And people on SNAP benefits are being irresponsible because they should have had at least 1 month saved up of food and blah, blah, blah. And they need to be more responsible and stop smoking crack. Now, you know who he's talking about, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I am putting him and people like him into the volcano. Everyone on November 1st is going to start to understand a very hard lesson in government subsidies. And all of the people that you talk about being on welfare and they getting the SNAP benefits, you are getting ready to find the fuck out very soon. Most of the people on SNAP benefits are the elderly. The other biggest population on SNAP benefits are children.
Mm-hmm.
A large amount, something like 55% of people on SNAP benefits work. Okay. A large amount of people in the military are on SNAP benefits. And so those are just the facts. Those are things that are true. And it's not just a bunch of black people out here who don't want to work and that's smoking crack. The other thing is, if them grocery stores don't get money from people spending SNAP money, because people who get SNAP benefits are going to spend more money in the grocery store than people who do not get those SNAP benefits. And so if those grocery stores who are subsidized by the SNAP benefits, if they don't get that money, who you think gonna pay for it? They're gonna make their money.
Yeah.
They're gonna make it off of everybody else.
Yep.
And so this is a trickle down thing. And people are when I say I have seen some nasty stinking comments, and he's a United States representative, I've seen nasty comments from regular people
who ain't
who
want to from eating snaps their damn selves.
You ask somebody that's on their second missed check from this furlough. So like it's gonna get uglier and uglier, but people are also acting ugly. And I think that you should do us all a favor and get into that volcano. And we can start with Clay Higgins. The state of Louisiana deserves way better than for him to put something like that out there on social media. And he's only parroting what he sees other little people and stuff like that saying. It is about to be we're about to be in a danger zone here. When you talk about food insecurity is on another level. Okay, that's another level, and people are joking around and making jokes about it, especially when they have the reserves that they can go in, do something to release the reserve funds for SNAP right away, but they would rather you starve because they say, do you want to eat or do you want health insurance? And that's really what we're facing. But this is not a time for us to be thumbing our nose at people that we think are poor and taking advantage of folks. Nah, because we're getting ready to all be in the same bucket.
That's right.
So I want them to go into the volcano. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I definitely think that, this is about to get real nasty. People are about to, they're going to eat, whether it be they buying food or they stealing food. And because this is going to
by hook or by crook,
a survival of the fittest. So, whoever is, just trying to keep people from having reasonable priced healthcare, or people that don't want to pay these people and pay SNAP while there's a government shutdown, you're fucking disgusting. So
yep.
I'm with you on that. Put all of them in the volcano, and all the people that's talking shit about what people should be buying with SNAP. Mind your motherfucking business. How about that? Do that.
What the hell you sound like? They should be buying this. You shut your mouth and you mind your grocery cart.
Yeah, mind your business. And it's always the same people. Look like they ate the whole store. Why? So it's okay for you to go out and eat the whole store, but it's not okay for somebody to go out and want to eat like you. Girl, shut up and mind your business. So anyway, they got to go in the volcano. I'm going to lighten this up a little bit. I'm putting all the Ravens flock in the volcano because...
How is that lightening it up?
Because, it's not as serious. Like, these people starving. Now I'm just over here shit. All right.
Okay.
So I'm putting them in the volcano because what a group of hypocrites you guys can be. man. You got some fucking hypocrites, man. So, but the whole ping pong controversy when
Oh yeah.
when we originally heard about it and people didn't know and they automatically assumed that coaching was the one that took the stuff out of the locker room. Oh, people was livid. Oh my God. Like, how did they treating these are grown men? How dare you treat them like children? Harbaugh gotta go. Treating them like he's losing. He's losing it so bad. He done took all the stuff out the locker room, this, that, and the third. So then it comes out that a player did it. And then it comes out, Lamar goes on the podium this week and say, yeah, I was the one that did it. Like, and what? You know what I mean? So, and then last night on the Prime broadcast, they asked him about it. And he was like, yeah, I did it. He was like, and if I could have took the TVs out, I would have did that too. He was like, we was 1-5 and we ain't had no time to be playing around. And he was like, and I didn't think that they needed to have it. Named a couple players that like to play ping pong too. So that's what I'm saying. So my thing is that now y'all don't have nothing to say about it. It's okay when Lamar does it. It's cool when he do it. It's a problem when Harbs do it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You're hypocrites. It's okay when somebody that you like does something. It's not okay when somebody that you don't like does the same thing. And I got a problem with that. I'm cool with you not liking John Harbaugh. I understand why you don't like him. I get that he has at times this year made you want to just throw him out the door the same way Uncle Phil used to throw Jazz out the door in the Fresh Prince. Throw his bags out with him. I get it. But at the same time, your opinion or your silence now that you were so loud about just days ago when you thought that John Harbaugh did, it says a lot about you now that you know who it wasn't him and that it was Lamar, and now you have nothing to say about it. I got a problem with that. At the end of the day, it's one band, one sound, but that includes coaches too, whether y'all like it or not. So I'm putting y'all in the flockers in the volcano this week. I'll let y'all back out at some point, but get your shit together, okay? Get your shit together and get your emotions out of this, okay? Stop being like this. Let these guys figure out what's going on. And if I don't care if it was Lamar Jackson, I don't care if it was the head of security or Steve Bisciotti himself. If it's a distraction, it's a goddamn distraction. You don't need to have no trinkets at 1-5. And half of the NFL got thinking problems anyway. So they can get easily distracted talking about, oh yeah, oh, it don't take much. They just say, oh. Look, ping pong. Get that shit out of here, man. Focus. I don't care who did it, but apparently it's only Lamar Jackson that can get a pass from it, and I got a problem with that. So had to say something.
I would be interested to see what is in a lot of locker rooms. Of course, we're hearing about the Ravens because we're talking about removing it. But I remember someone that was coaching on the Cowboys, and he was just like, "Yeah, Dak is the man with dominoes and blah blah blah." And I said, "I know you lying."
I'm sure that they be out there playing. Hey, if they ain't playing good, get rid of that dominoes table too, buddy. Get them out of here.
They in there playing domino shoot, and I said, "I know you lying." Now I know that these teams is full of some big old country boys, and that's what they do. But we ain't got nothing else to do. That playbook ain't open.
Get in the book. Watch some film. Do something.
Get in the book. What they say at what they say at house party? Your mind need to be on them books and off them gals.
Off them gals. Yep. Get off of it. All right. Any final thoughts?
My final thought is whatever we can spare or whatever we can do, we need to send that to our friends in Jamaica. Jamaica has been very good to us. It is my favorite place to travel. It is the place that feels like home. When I get there, they say, welcome back, welcome home. And that's what it feels like. And that bitch Melissa ripped that island all up and down. I was supposed to be there in December, and the actual resort that I was going to stay at is dismantled. And it is, for an island like Jamaica, yes, there are lots of resorts and it's beautiful and things like that. But there are people live there. And people live there that do not have the means that we have here in some cases. And I think that they have treated us well enough for us to return the favor. So all you got to do is open up your social media account. There are lots of different organizations that are raising money that you can give donations or donate things. Even if you know somebody that has people on the island, they can be better. I will say avoid the Red Cross.
Yes,
They
we do
take a
not.
lot of their money goes a lot to your overhead. They have a lot of the connections, but a lot of their money goes to overhead first. And so if you want to really, really support people there, find the local organizations, including the embassies and things like that. But I think that we gotta strap up and help out our Jamaican family as much as we can.
1000%. I agree with you. And also prayers to the other countries that were affected,
Hmm.
by Melissa as well. I think Haiti, Haiti and the Dominican, as well as Cuba. And I know at
Hmm.
one point it was moving up to Bermuda.
Hmm.
So, prayers to all of those countries who also were impacted. But I agree, we got to learn how to just help people who at the same time, like, yes, we love going there, but at the end of the day, these are still third world countries and they need our help. So let's help them. Let's do
Yep.
what we can, and whatever that you have to be able to spare, you know what I mean? It's not too much or too little, I should
Mhm.
say. So let's band together, and also too, let's help our own communities too with this whole SNAP situation.
Yes, 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 yes.
Figure out a way to start sending somebody to some food banks so we can start helping people that don't have what we may have. And it doesn't have to be much, it just is enough, but it helps, you know what I mean? Who knows how far $20 can go for a family? So if you have anything, let's help our communities in addition to helping our communities that are abroad. So
Yep.
I'm with you on that. So I don't have that. That was a great way to
That was
end
a
the
great
show.
ending. Yes, I
Happy
agree.
Halloween. Be safe. Have a great weekend. Have a great football weekend. And we will talk to you next week.
See ya.